This is exactly right.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
And we know how important it is to take care of it with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one. I've always used CeraVe.
They have little samples at my dermatologist as I'm leaving, and they don't do that with just anything.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye.
Get into the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event and get away with a deal so right, it almost feels wrong.
Right now, you can get great deals on Hyundai's most popular models,
including the adventure-ready SUVs like the Hyundai Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid and the Tucson or Tucson Hybrid.
Plus, there's the bold and stylish Elantra loaded with the latest tech.
Or go all-electric with the Ioniq 5 or the Ioniq 9.
So get down to your local Hyundai dealer and get away with a deal you'll love during the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Visit HyundaiUSA.com for details.
Goodbye. The Hulu original series Furious is now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.
Starring Emmy Rossum as Alice Black, Furious follows a rookie FBI agent on the hunt for Catherine, played by Lola Pettigrew, a mysterious and calculating female serial killer.
While Alice upholds justice, Catherine kills for it, terrorizing the rich and powerful men of New York in her pursuit of vengeance.
With secrets that change everything, Alice discovers there's a thin line between hunter and prey.
Watch the Hulu original series Furious.
Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus for bundle subscribers. Terms apply.
Goodbye. If you're thinking about your bra all day, you're probably wearing the wrong bra.
Your bra should clock in, do its job, and clock out.
That's where Honeylove comes in.
Honeylove is an independent, female-founded brand with products designed by women who actually wear them.
Honeylove recently launched their new crossover contour bra, which features their best-selling wireless crossover bra design, plus built-in molded light foam pads for extra support and a beautifully contoured shape.
And Honeylove is now offering a crossover triple bra bundle. You can get huge savings by buying 3 at once.
But Honeylove doesn't just make bras and shapewear. They built a full line of tanks, bodysuits, and underwear with supportive structure, smoothing fabrics, and premium finishes.
Treat yourself to the most advanced bras and shapewear on the market.
Use our exclusive link to save 20% off Honeylove at honeylove.com/MFM.
That's honeylove.com/MFM.
After you check out, they'll ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them we sent you.
Experience the new standard in comfort and support with Honeylove.
Goodbye.
Hello and welcome
to My Favorite Murder.
That's Georgia Hardstark.
That's Karen Kilgariff.
And we've got some surprises in store for you today.
Slutty vacation nails.
Hey! Oh, those are the longest I've ever seen your
They're
nails.
not mine. They're like literally vacation nails that I'm obsessed with.
Will you throw up those nails to your camera as we are on Netflix and show the world?
They're Gel X, and they just make you feel like a grown-up.
Yeah, they look really nice.
My nails have always been like junior high school, and now I'm like in my 30s working at a law firm.
Oh my God, congratulations.
Thank you.
When'd you get that job?
When I got my fucking nails.
They came with the nails.
Exactly.
Wow, because my nails are the manicure I gave myself at the last minute because I couldn't somehow get to the mani-pedi salon.
Show your camera.
Well, no, because it's just dire because it now looks like a French manicure, but that's not how it started. That's how kind of old. I also always immediately smudged my right thumb.
Always.
It's so irritating.
Life is hard.
Poor girl.
Yeah.
Are you having any, since you've been back from your trip to Italy, which now that you're a travel influencer, I think we should discuss all of your opinions and likes and dislikes.
Finally. Thank you.
Come with me. Is anything staying with you that you miss about being on that trip or like your Italian experience?
You know what I miss, which was really nice, which probably gets old after a while, but it was only 2 weeks, is dressing for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have that period between the afternoon and the evening where nobody does anything. You take a nap and then you have to put on like a dress for dinner. You can't wear tennis shoes.
Yeah.
And it's just like made everything feel so much more special.
Yeah.
I loved that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was incredible. I had a really good, beautiful time. Milan is like incredible. I'd go back there immediately.
Yeah.
We stayed, my mom texted me a thing of like, don't wear your Star of David. Again, she texted me this thing as if I've ever had a fucking piece of jewelry. Yes. She said, don't wear your Star of David. Like, keep it low key that you're Jewish, as if That's not what I already do. But then we found out we were staying at a hotel where Mussolini had stayed before.
Yes.
So I was like, I can't tell her that.
That you're like, look, I'm seeing their side of things. No, that's not good.
No.
But also, you can't get away from a city's history. You can't, it's not your fault.
Right.
That the really nice hotel was also his.
It might be my fault.
Was it?
Lots of things are my fault in my mind.
World War II, though? I don't think so. No, you can let yourself off the hook for that one. I mean, it must be a huge relief.
It is. What's up with you?
I've just been wearing a Star of David around, seeing what I can kick up. Not much. We went on vacation, obviously, at the same time, but I did a staycation and truly just tried to do nothing, literally lay on the couch and pull a blanket up to my chin like it was the middle of winter any chance I could.
I love it. Did you binge Widow's Bay?
Oh, yeah. And now I'm in the watching people react to how much they love Widow's Bay on social media, which is such... Like, it's becoming this new way that we all watch TV.
Yeah.
Where it's just as satisfying for me to watch people get excited to go, here's what I think the Easter egg is. This
shot was my favorite. I fucked the whole thing up, though. Here's the negative side of that. I watched a spoiler on accident and knew that last bit, exciting bit. Mm-hmm. I accidentally watched a fucking... Like, it's the whole turning point of the show.
You went in knowing it.
When she goes about, I was pregnant.
Yes.
I knew what happened. And at the beginning of that episode, before it even happened, I go, I get why that matters. Because I thought it was just like a regular random scene that I was going to laugh at. Yes. It was the whole point of the fucking show.
Yes.
And I knew, and I was so bummed. Like, Vince gasped, and I wanted to gasp too.
And also the danger of when we get all this stuff through social media, you can't control that someone's about to give you a spoiler, as we do on this show constantly.
That wasn't a spoiler, and you should totally watch it. But
I mean, like, there's a backwards way that, like, I always seem to end up consuming, like, a TV show the way I hate the most, which is all the big moments before you go in.
Yeah.
Then you're kind of judging it.
You don't even have to see them at that point. You know the story.
Right. But I would argue that with Widow's Bay, they're doing so much. They work so hard to Easter egg and storyline.
Yeah.
I watched a woman lay out this whole idea, and we will, in our social media, we'll post her video and we will give her the full credit because it's a really brilliant thing she noticed, which is that time is all screwed up in Widow's Bay.
Like the calendar that has a car accident on it?
Yes. And that in her theory, she's like, actually, these 3 episodes all happened in one day, but you don't realize it. If you think about it, you can't tell when a thing is actually happening. You're not sure.
Yeah.
And she introduced all these kind of doubts about, oh, that's right. And the time where he's got the Wolves calendar, but then he opens the month that they're in and it's the car accident.
So random.
Like, there's so many Easter eggs about you think you know what's going on and how, and it's going to start like,
what's the comedian's name who plays the shaman? It's just like the best.
Oh, Chris Fleming.
It's just the best, 5 minutes of TV.
It's so good.
Chris Fleming, he's so perfect in it.
He goes, it's okay, just drink it slow. He goes, I just finished it.
It's so fucking good.
It's so good.
This is not, it should be a Widow's Bay rewatch podcast.
Just for the next 4 years, we turn it into...
You have a true crime update?
There's a true crime update, and it's just plain good news, which when in the 10 years we've been doing this podcast has that ever happened?
Seriously.
Rex Heuermann, the Gilgo Beach murderer, on Wednesday, June 17th, was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murders of Megan Waterman, Melissa Barthelemy, Amberlynn Costello, Maureen Brainerd Barnes, Valerie Mack, Jessica Taylor, Sandra Cristia, and Karen Vergata. And he initially denied these charges, and he was set to go to trial, but basically he changed his plea to guilty in April, and now he is in jail. So
yeah, I'm glad that is over with, and he can go rot in hell.
Yeah. Wow. It's always strange when it ends and you know the reality, and it is the big ghost, the big monster, the mysterious monster is just some horrible man.
Some small little man, the coward.
Yeah.
That's why I love cold cases. Is like, let's not make them this big, powerful being. It's just some fucking dad from Long Island who sucks, know?
Yeah.
It's just not good. Okay. Should we get into it?
You mean talk about our network?
Sure. Hey, we have a podcast network. It's called Exactly Right Media. Here are some headlines.
Let's discuss
some headlights. Nope. Here are some highlights.
Here's some highlights. This week on our podcast, Bananas, Kurt and Scotty discuss whether all the water on Earth has already been peed in. They talk about a World Cup trophy bong that landed a head shop in legal trouble. and everything in between.
And then over on Ghosted, Roz is joined by comedian and tarot queen, our friend Lizzie Cooperman. They shuffle the cards while discussing yes, no, later manifestations, hermit crabs, and one lingering question: when will Roz become more famous?
Well, we kind of have the answer to that.
Right.
Because Roz just released her new audiobook. It is her memoir, and it's entitled Peeing in an Empty Bottle and Other Glamorous Shenanigans of an Almost Famous Transgender Comedian on the Road. And that book is out now. It blends stories, obviously, from her cross-country comedy tour with exclusive stand-up and behind-the-scenes audio. So if you want to support Roz, she is an incredible stand-up comic, hilarious podcaster. We love her, obviously, member of our family here, but also just like an entertainer to beat the band.
Truly.
So her book is going to be great.
Roz Hernandez. Find it. Then this week on Trust Me, Lola and Megan are joined by Dr. Christine Marie, Lola's mom, who was also the podcast's very first guest. She shares how she went undercover with the FBI to help bring down self-proclaimed prophet Sam Bateman. So if you watch Trust Me on Netflix, this is the one we're talking about. And you can also watch the full video episode now at youtube.com/exactlyrightmedia. Karen goes first.
So my story today begins on March 1st, 1778. Are you ready?
No, so long ago.
So long ago. We're talking about an area that I truly and literally know almost nothing about except for this story, which is the Revolutionary War era of America.
Got it.
I know that you can't correct me in any of these mistakes I'm about to make, right?
No.
And that's why we do this podcast together. Again, my excuse is that I changed schools 5th to 6th grade.
Oh, that's gotta be. Yeah, that's hard.
They learned about stuff like that in the 5th grade at my new school and in the 6th grade at my old school.
You're preaching to the choir.
Okay.
Roman numerals. I was sick that day.
All the presidents, not my business.
None of my business.
Not really, never brought up to me.
I didn't vote for them.
I didn't get to see pictures of them all around the walls all year long. Okay, so March 1st, 1778, we are in Brookfield, Massachusetts, west of Worcester. And it's a snowy night around 9 o'clock. Most of the locals in Brookfield are either at home sitting in front of the fire or they've already gotten into bed under their thick quilts and blankets because it's so cold outside.
Cute.
But a wealthy local businessman, 37-year-old Joshua Spooner, he's outside in the elements because he spent the last few hours at the local tavern, and now he's making the quarter-mile walk home down Brookfield's main road. It's dark outside, almost no moonlight. He's holding a lantern because this is old-fashioned times, and that's required at night.
So chuggy.
Right? And he keeps saying, hello, hello. And for the beginning of his walk, he is with his friend, Dr. Jonathan King, who is the town's physician. The doctor splits off in the direction of his house when they come to the fork in the road. And then Joshua continues on by himself, eventually making it to his very stately 2-story home, which is one of the nicest in Brookfield. He climbs a set of stone steps that take him from the street up onto his property. He unlatches his front gate, and then he heads back toward one of the back entrances of the house.
Okay.
He never makes it inside.
What?
Instead, Joshua Spooner's body will be discovered beaten, strangled, and stuffed down his well.
What?
Yes. This is the story of the murder of Joshua Spooner, which is one of the very first high-profile murder cases in America.
Dude.
1778.
Get at that vintage murder.
Right? Happy 4th of July, everybody.
That's right.
While we are lighting off firecrackers and trying to dissociate, let's remember how this country started with extreme violence on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, true crime isn't new.
No. The main source of today's story is the research and writing of Deborah Navas, and the rest of the sources are in our show notes. So it's 1778. Only 2 years have passed since the signing of the Declaration of Independence. We're in deep, early history for us. Kind of nauseating. It feels like you haven't eaten lunch, but you have to listen to the teacher keep talking.
Right.
The Revolutionary War has continued and will continue for 5 more years. It's been going for about 2.5, 3. So the American Revolution is the backdrop for this whole case. The colonies are fiercely divided at this time between patriots and loyalists, and Joshua Spooner, this murder victim, was a supporter of the patriot cause. That cause is especially strong and well supported in New England. Okay. At this point in the Revolutionary War, British leadership has been driven out of Massachusetts. The colony is now governed by revolutionary leaders. One of the highest-ranking officials is Joshua's stepbrother, a man named John Avery Jr. So the problem is Joshua has a prominent loyalist in his family, his father-in-law, Brigadier General Timothy Ruggles.
Cute name.
Right? Little Timmy Ruggles, it's his father-in-law. His wife's Bathsheba's father. So Bathsheba Ruggles is the woman that Joshua's married, Joshua Spooner.
Bring that name back.
Bathsheba.
You're a witch. You're immediately a witch.
You're a witch or you're a Bible lady.
Congratulations.
It's like one of two things. In this story. Witch. So before the revolution, Timothy Ruggles was a very powerful man. He held a bunch of important political posts in Massachusetts while under British rule. So when the revolution started, colonists began to embrace the patriot cause. Timothy Ruggles stays committed to the British crown. Huge mistake in Worcester. So in the mid-1770s, Timothy Ruggles goes to New York to join the British Army. That's how much he commits.
Like literally wrong side of history, bro.
Read the fucking room, dude, of Massachusetts. It's a room as wide as Massachusetts. So obviously bad for his reputation in New England. So soon Timothy Ruggles is considered one of the most despised political figures in revolutionary Massachusetts.
Whoa.
So
who would you compare him to these days, do you think?
Donald Trump? Maybe.
Sounds right.
So this war, was that a little too fast? So all of this has created serious tension in the Spooner household between Joshua and his wife Bathsheba. She is very close with her father, Timothy Ruggles, and there are 4 Ruggles daughters, but Bathsheba has always been known to be her father's favorite. She's also suspected of sharing his political leanings. So when he leaves town, basically, to join with the British, Joshua forbids his wife from having any communication with her disgraced turncoat father. And of course, she is devastated.
You got to discuss politics before you get married.
I mean,
like get on the same page before you get.
Well, here's the real gossip about this story is that this relationship has never been good.
Okay.
It was basically engineered in 1766 as a political arrangement hashed out by their wealthy fathers.
Sure.
Timothy saw the political writing on the wall, and he knew his loyalist sympathies could someday cause harm to his beloved Bathsheba.
And I was kidding about that because women don't get to choose their politics or their husbands back then. So discussing politics before you get married, deciding if you want to marry them or not is not an option. So I was not being serious.
No.
So,
it's not only not an option, it was literally like, how dare you? You couldn't suggest that.
No.
You would be backhanded and told to go make a sandwich.
Right. And they didn't have sliced bread, so imagine that.
I mean, back before the internet, they were still doing that. So when Bathsheba was around 20 years old, she was married off into the Spooner family, who were wealthy Boston merchants, because basically Timothy Ruggles knew his daughter would be protected socially and financially. But both Joshua and Bathsheba grew up incredibly privileged in aristocratic families. They both had generational power. And Bathsheba is roundly described to be exceptionally beautiful. Josh, meanwhile, is a successful lumberman. So on paper, they were supposed to make a perfect couple, right? She brings all the gorgeousness, he's money. In reality, they're just a miserable pair because despite the gender norms dictating quiet, dutiful wives of the time, Bathsheba is headstrong, she's rash, and she is free-spirited. And she's said to have, quote, passions that have never been properly restrained.
Same.
End quote. Right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Joshua, her husband, is described in old records as, quote, frequently drunk.
There you go.
Right? He's also unfaithful to his wife. He is suspected of being physically abusive to his wife. And one of the few surviving direct quotes we have from either Spooner is one where Bathsheba describes her feelings about her husband with just 2 words, utter aversion. So,
I should have said same after always drunk. Like that would have been so. Do it again. Go again.
And he is described in old records as, quote, frequently drunk.
Same.
Oh my God. By 1777.
Thank you for indulging me.
Yeah, it's fun. Yet the couple has, as were the practices of the times, the couple has 4 children together. Bummer. Only 3 of those children survive to adulthood, and years later, one of the adult Spooner sons will be heard calling his father, quote, old bogus.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Just like such an insult back then.
Such an 18th century dig that historians say suggests his children did not respect him very much.
Yeah.
So by 1777, it's been more than a decade into this miserable marriage, and the relationship is as bad as it will ever be. They detest each other, but on top of that, Bathsheba is struggling terribly personally. She's isolated because she has to hide at home because her father is such a pariah.
Yeah.
But then hiding at home, she's there with this miserable marriage, no support,
So many kids.
So many kids. So in March of that year, a stranger is passing by the front of the Spooner home, and it's a Continental soldier who's just completed a year of service in George Washington's army.
And this is how Cinemax starts. This is the first Cinemax.
Kick in those saxophones from the Revolutionary War.
Do you have pictures? Was he hot?
We don't have pictures of the Continental soldier I'm about to tell you about.
Let's picture who? Jacob Elordi.
Let me give you a little more information.
Okay.
And then we're going to cast him.
Okay.
Because his name is Ezra Ross, and he's 16 years old.
Okay, everyone.
So
how old is she? She's grown up?
She's 32.
Okay, that's illegal.
It is illegal. I'm not sure of colonial law. So as we go, you can maybe think about who could be cast as a 16-year-old. What do you know?
Timothée
Chalamet.
Chalamet. I feel like he's cast in everything.
Yes.
He looks like a teenager.
Very true. But like, how old are your nephews?
Mike is 16. Yeah. Okay. Oh, gross.
Right?
Oh, gross.
Yeah. The reality of a 16-year-old.
No.
As opposed to a Chalamet.
Right.
So it's so funny. Okay, so he's on break between military duties, walking by. He was in a New Jersey Army encampment, and he has to walk home to Ipswich, Massachusetts, which is essentially a 300-mile walk round trip.
Bro, hitchhiking wasn't invented yet.
Because the carts?
Right.
Too slow.
Right.
They just knock you off. Also, it's the winter.
Right.
So it's worst case scenario for this young soldier. And to complicate it even more, he's dealing with the lingering effects of what was probably the flu that he caught at camp. So he's on a long winter walk, kind of getting over a bad flu. It's unclear whether he approached the Spooner house out of desperation or whether somebody in the Spooner house saw him passing and realized he needed help. Either way, the Spooners welcome Ezra into their home. The sick young man is put to bed. Bathsheba begins to nurse him back to health, feeding him and tending to him.
And what side is he on? He's not on the British side.
He's the American side.
Great. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like forbidden for her too, because like her dad is super into the British.
Yes.
She's like he's 16. Fuck, man. It keeps getting ruined.
It's so ruined, but it's like it's a 16-year-old who's being asked to live like a man.
Right.
So that might help it a little more, that he is actually taking on the horrors and responsibilities of being in the army and fighting a war.
If only he were 20.
But he does have the llama curl at the front of his hair, the way all the 16-year-olds do these days.
Gross.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Oh, sorry.
Wow. Really popped that.
It was so loud. Okay. Taking in soldiers who are walking long distances after military stints is not uncommon in Revolutionary War times. What sets this encounter apart is that the time it takes for Ezra, I almost said Timothée Chalamet, the time it takes for Ezra to recover, we don't know exactly how long it is. We can assume it was at least a couple of weeks because he has to, fully recover and whatever. But in that time, 31-year-old Bathsheba Spooner and this adolescent soldier develop what a tasteful person would call a uniquely strong bond.
Oh, dear.
But what we can all maybe in our Bravo minds assume was fucking. So the age difference, we don't want to be calling things affairs like that, right?
Yeah.
And also just let's not spend the time getting into all that discussion.
Yeah.
Here's what we know. It's unclear if they start by having a physical affair. They have definitely started an emotional affair, though. And it's a secret, which makes it even hotter.
Right.
No one has any idea it's going on, especially Joshua Spooner, who has actually developed his own friendship with Ezra. So
Ezra playing both sides.
That's right. And getting some soup while he's on his long journey home.
That's right.
Doing what he's got to do. At some point, Ezra's health improves. enough so that the Spooners send him back on the road to Ipswich, but he never forgets Bathsheba. Within months.
31-year-old woman?
Some hot MILF that's like, let me take care. He's like, I'll be seeing you within weeks.
Right.
I'm sorry, within months.
Oh.
He's called back to military service, but then when he gets leave, he comes and visits the Spooners in Brookfield. So it's a little less than a year later now, January 1778, and Bathsheba has news for Ezra. On his next visit, he comes to see the Spooners, and she pulls him aside and is like, I'm pregnant.
Oh, shit.
Uh-huh. Now, I wanted to act that out for you.
I loved it.
She yanks him into the pantry and then has to push him back out because they have to act normal. I'm pregnant. So it's assumed by historians that given her, like, on the record utter aversion with her husband, that they weren't probably having sex and that probably Ezra is the father of this baby. Bathsheba is definitely panicked, and writer Deborah Navas puts it this way, quote, divorces were all but impossible for women in revolutionary America, and adulteresses were stripped to the waist and publicly whipped.
Jesus.
So she is truly panicking.
Yeah.
During one of Ezra's visits, Bathsheba asks him to poison her husband with aqua fortis, or also known as nitric acid. It's an extremely corrosive acid used to dissolve tough materials like metal. And unlike other poisons from these old stories like arsenic, aqua fortis has an incredibly strong and very terrible taste.
Okay.
So it's a bad idea to use to begin with. But Ezra's just a sophomore in love with having sex with an old lady. So he does it. He's like, sounds good to me.
Oh, dear.
He poisons Joshua's drink. So problem is when Joshua takes a sip of that drink, it's literally like who put gasoline in my tea.
Right.
He immediately tastes the poison, spits out the mouthful, dumps the drink. So then basically for the rest of Ezra's stay, he keeps trying to poison Joshua and can't get it done.
Oh, folly.
I mean, right? Yeah. The hilarious back and forth of all the things that Ezra has to spit out and be like, this taste is driving me crazy. So basically, by the end, Ezra gets cold feet about this whole scheme. His visit ends without a poisoning taking place, and he leaves Bathsheba to carry out that plan for herself.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. Some flavors will always make you smile.
And with Kachava's new cinnamon French toast flavor, you can enjoy the taste of your favorite childhood breakfast without the sugar crash.
Kachava is an all-in-one nutrition shake that comes in so many delicious flavors, including the brand new cinnamon French toast.
It's made with real cinnamon bark for the richest, deepest, most authentic flavor.
And just 2 scoops provide complete nutrition your body craves with protein, fiber, greens, and so much more.
Kachava provides clean nutrition to fuel wherever your day takes you. No fillers, no nonsense. Okay, the Exactly Right Media office has all become obsessed with Kachava because they keep sending us these amazing boxes of all the flavors, and everyone kind of fights over it now. So we got this new flavor in, and I mean, there was a line to try it. It's pretty great.
We're real believers in the whole Kachava line. So treat yourself to a childhood favorite.
Go to Kachava.com and use code MFM for 15% off your first order.
That's Kachava, Kachava.com, code MFM. Go to Kachava.com and use code MFM for 15% off your first order.
Goodbye.
Bye. Buying clothes is easy. That's why everyone's always doing it.
But finding clothes you actually want to wear is the hard part.
Get all your favorite elevated essentials at Quince.
Quince specializes in effortless, high-quality essentials like ultra-soft organic cotton and premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters. They're beautifully tailored and built to last. And it's not just apparel. Quince also brings that same everyday elevation to everything they offer, from hotel-quality bedding and bath to kitchen staples, essentials, and thoughtfully designed furniture.
They work directly with ethical factories, so you're paying for quality quality, not brand markup.
It's so true that they have wonderful items that aren't just clothes. I have like 3 of their 100% mulberry silk pillowcases. I've bought throws from there. I've bought bedding from there. And it is just as great quality as their clothes and super affordable.
Upgrade your everyday.
Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/MFM. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns.
Now available in Canada and the UK too.
QUINCE.com/MFM.
Goodbye.
A car isn't just transportation. It's freedom. It's your second office.
And it's the best place to scream, sing in private.
Finding the right one matters, and Cars.com can help you find your perfect fit.
Cars.com has the tools and expert advice to help you find exactly what you're looking for.
With more than 2 million new and used vehicles nationwide, it's easy to search, compare, and find the right fit for you.
Cars.com has transparent deal ratings that make pricing easier to understand. Their clear tools and badges help you see how a vehicle's price compares so you can feel confident you're getting a fair deal.
They have dealership reviews you can trust. Every review on Cars.com is written by a real person sharing a real experience.
So don't take any chances. Do car shopping the easy way.
Start your search with Cars.com.
Where to next?
Goodbye.
So a few weeks later, February of 1778, Joshua is away on a business trip. Bathsheba spots 2 British soldiers passing by the front of the house. They are Private William Brooks, who's in his late 20s, and Sergeant James Buchanan, who is in his mid-30s.
Okay, so we're age appropriate now.
Now, yes, we're getting into some adults, involving adults. Bathsheba sends out one of her workers, basically, to intercept them and offer them a place to sleep and food to eat. And they're very grateful to come inside. And when they do, Bathsheba learns they're British deserters who are trying to get home by way of Canada.
Wow.
So basically, they're just trying to escape America alive to get home. So, sensing her opportunity, Bathsheba offers them clothing and cash if they kill her husband when he comes back from his business trip.
Jesus.
Some sources say she offers them $1,000.
Wow.
Which in today's money from 1778 to 2026.
12,000?
25,000. It's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
So they accept.
Okay.
And when they do, Bathsheba writes to Ezra, hey, when you graduate from high school, come back here because the plan is afoot.
Okay.
So by the time Joshua Spooner gets back from his business trip to Brookfield, these British soldiers have been staying in their house, in the Spooner house, for more than a week, sleeping in nice beds, eating great food whenever they want, running up an enormous tab at the local tavern under Joshua Spooner's name.
Shit.
The whole 9. Joshua finds this out. He's irate at his wife for letting these British soldiers into their home. He kicks them out. But William and James don't go anywhere. They just hang around town, lurking, laying low, waiting for the opportunity to strike. And then on February 28th, Ezra Ross quietly arrives back in Brookfield and joins up with the 2 British soldiers.
Oh.
And now we're back to the day this all started, which is the cold, dark night of March 1st. And 37-year-old Joshua Spooner, just arriving from home, from the tavern around 9 o'clock that night. He goes onto his property. He approaches the back entrance, and that's where Ezra, William, and James appear out of the darkness and ambush him. They beat him and they strangle him to death.
Jesus.
Then they carry his body over to the well and they throw him down into it head first. And the idea is that because Joshua has a reputation for heavy drinking, people will think he accidentally stumbled and fell into the well.
I'm sorry. Ligature marks from a fall.
It just, all of it in our forensic files know-how these days. It's like, you rubes from the Revolutionary War. You don't know how to murder.
Right.
But also I love the idea of like, the odds of a drunk person stumbling and falling into a hole smaller than really their own shoulder.
Right.
Probably.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Or the same size. Oh, don't go toward the hole. You're falling. Okay. So before they do drop Joshua's body into the well, they take his fancy watch, his ring, his silver shoe buckles, which have his initials engraved on them, and like basically keep it for themselves.
Yeah.
Then when they're done, they go into the house where Bathsheba Spooner is waiting. James Buchanan will later testify that she seemed, quote, utterly confused, which could imply a state of shock, or as some historians have wondered, the throes of an undiagnosed mental health crisis. That's basically kind of like at its apex with this horrible event. She gives the men a thick stack of cash as well as a few pieces of clothing.
Not so confused that she doesn't pay them off for killing her husband.
She's not catatonic. Yeah, exactly. She's like, I can't deal with this. 9, 10, that's it for you. And she also gives them clothes from Joshua's closet. So she's in on the cover-up.
So confusing.
You can take his vest and his boots. At around 11 o'clock, Ezra, William, and James, all wearing Joshua's clothes, riding his horses, or the Spooners' horses, skip town, head 20 miles out toward, of course, the star of this show, Worcester. They arrive at an inn around 4 a.m. Of course, the innkeepers immediately sense something's off.
Yeah, don't go at 4 a.m. Wait till 9 in the morning.
Middle of the night with big silver buckles on your fucking
and
shoes.
Clothes that don't fit you correctly. What's happening?
Like streaks of mud on your cheeks. Yeah. And of course, acting very, very strangely.
I was going to say paying in cash, but they didn't have any other way to pay back then.
Back then, there's no cards. No gift cards, no tabs.
Right.
Paying in dirty, dirty cash.
Yeah. I guess gold. Do they pay in gold?
Yeah, but I think that would count as cash. That wouldn't stand out as much.
That's true.
So writer Deborah Nava suggests that all of these actors in this murder are dealing with their guilt and their regret, and then it's just coming out in their own ways. So Ezra is despondent. He refuses to give the innkeepers his name. He immediately isolates himself in a bedroom. Georgia just did the funniest eye roll to me, like she hates Ezra so much. Like,
I'm sorry,
Ezra.
Of course he does. Like, you fucking did the crime.
Yep.
And now, like, it doesn't matter how horrible you feel afterwards.
Yes, you got all high on, like, being in the murder group.
Right.
And then,
they could have probably done it without you, bro. But you wanted to prove your 16-year-old ass to your fucking 31-year-old lover.
Yes. He had a hot MILF lover. He was willing to go the distance. But now he's despondent. And listener, we're just telling you that's how it always goes.
Yeah.
Whether it's murder or just taking people to weddings.
Yeah.
It's on your permanent record. That nerd and you spending time with them.
He's in the photos.
Your family talks about it. Okay. William and James, on the other hand, immediately go to the inn's tavern, buy alcohol, and just start drinking their way into the early daylight hours.
That's the way to deal with your regret.
Except for...
like an adult.
Except for they wear the silver shoe buckles and the jewelry and the clothing, so they couldn't be drawing more attention to themselves as they're trying to have a nice escape from reality drink. So the average person in the colonies would just never have the wealth to afford silver shoe buckles with their own engraved initials on them or whatever, especially not a pair of British deserters, which I'm sure is kind of pretty obvious right away. Yeah. So by the afternoon, the men have raised so much suspicion, the authorities are notified. Meanwhile, back in Brookfield, there's already a swirl of suspicion around Bathsheba because she, of course, the very next day had morning visitors because she's a lady of the, of the elite. And when they show up and ask where Joshua is, she just burst into tears. So they're just kind of like, are you okay? And they start looking for him and they find his body in the well.
Right.
Ladies who were just there for some nice tea and tiny sandwiches, and suddenly they're like, we just found your husband dead.
Oh my God. They're like, is Mercury in retrograde or what? Because I'm having a bad day.
So Joshua's body is pulled from the well. Dr. Jonathan King, his friend who was walking home with him the night before from the tavern, he shows up to examine the corpse, and he notes the signs of strangulation and injuries consistent with being beaten. He testifies later that Joshua hadn't seemed all that drunk when they left the tavern and walked home together. Pretty crucial element to this story. And that's, of course, in direct contrast to the idea that Joshua was so drunk that he walked in big circles and fell down a well. Almost impossible. Unless he sat down and then started singing and maybe fell backwards. But wouldn't you just kind of fold like that and stop?
And then start screaming. Get me out of here.
I don't know. So less than 24 hours after Joshua Spooner's murder, his wife, Bathsheba, the young soldier Ezra Ross, Private William Brooks, and Sergeant James Buchanan have all been arrested as suspects in his murder. The joint trial begins. So now you're on trial with two strangers and your teenage lover.
God.
Yeah.
That was quick.
That begins late April 1778. It becomes, of course, a huge sensation. First of all, it's the wealth, the scandal, the violence at play, but it truly is one of the first times, like in the official newborn 2-year-old America, there has been a murder trial. The prosecution is led by a man named Robert Treat Paine. He's one of the signees of the Declaration of Independence.
I knew that.
Maybe you've heard of it. Ask your friend Nicolas Cage if you don't know. And then the defense is led by a man named Levi Lincoln, no relation, but he would later serve as President Thomas Jefferson's Attorney General. So it's not only one of the first capital murder cases tried in the United States, but because Levi Lincoln will attempt to paint Bathsheba Spooner as mentally unwell at the time of the murder, it's also believed to be one of the first times the insanity defense is used. Yeah.
Interesting.
Given the patriotic backdrop of Massachusetts at the time, the involvement of 2 British soldiers and the infamy of Bathsheba's loyalist father makes this trial inherently political. And of course, everybody has big opinions about it. Levi Lincoln urges the jurors to look past their, quote, political feelings, but the evidence is overwhelming. The trial quickly ends and 4 guilty verdicts are turned in. All of them are sentenced to death, and they're scheduled to hang on June 4th, 1778.
Wow.
And this is when Bathsheba begs the court to delay her execution to spare the life of her unborn child.
That's right.
Yep. The gallery gasps. That's not true. I put that in. I don't know when she told them or how. Could have been in a letter.
I bet there was a gasp somewhere.
I bet someone gasped, even if it was just
someone somewhere.
The secretary of the person that opened that letter.
Right.
So at the time, common law protects fetuses if there have been signs of what they used to call the quickening, which is basically when the mother can feel the baby. It happens usually between the 4th and 5th month of pregnancy. So if she really did get pregnant sometime in January, which is when she told Ezra that she was pregnant, this would put her in the correct time frame. And there are theories that Bathsheba is lying about being pregnant just to buy herself time. But either way, it works. The execution date gets pushed to July 2nd. And then in the interim, she is examined. And she's examined many times to determine whether she's pregnant by a panel of midwives that the court puts together.
Wow.
It is as bad as you are anticipating, humiliating, also needlessly painful.
Yeah.
It's as gross as you can think of it to be, and it's described by one contemporary as, quote, indecent and cruel.
Yeah.
In the end, the panel concludes that she is not pregnant, but Bathsheba appeals, and she hires her own midwife to conduct her own exam, and then that midwife concludes she is pregnant. So the court sides with their own panel, surprisingly. No, it's been like this all along. And they reject Bathsheba's pregnancy claims. So on July 2nd, 1788, 17-year-old Ezra Ross, 27-year-old William Brooks, 36-year-old James Buchanan, and 32-year-old Bathsheba Ruggles Spooner are brought to the gallows. Bathsheba demands that they perform an autopsy on her body after she is hanged to prove the existence of her unborn child, which is like, I'll be looking down at all of you as you martyr me.
Wow.
Okay, so outside of that discussion, which I imagined to happen in a darkened tunnel, but probably didn't, 5,000 people have gathered to watch this hanging.
You guys.
A small town has gathered.
Oh, my God.
Which is funny because what was that at the beginning? Was that Widow's Bay at the beginning when all the people are there and they're cheering for the hanging? Or is that just another movie I was watching?
Wuthering Heights?
Thank you, it was Wuthering Heights.
Molly is dialed in on Karen's brain.
She knows. Well, because we've been talking about Wuthering Heights, and I mistakenly thought that Molly loved it.
Yeah.
And so then we watched it to be like, other people hate it, but Molly seems to love it. Let's check it out. And then we were like, oh, this is good. We liked it. Yeah, I really liked it. People love their books.
They really do.
The children love the books. Okay, so outside 5,000 people gather to watch this hanging. The man who signs the execution warrant is John Avery Jr., who was Joshua's stepbrother. Testimony from the execution describes the onset of, quote, one of the most terrified thunderstorms that occurred within the memory of anyone living, end quote. And they say that storm, quote, came up and darkened the heavens, conspiring to produce a scene of most dreadful horror. So as they're walking to the gallows, black cloud rolls in.
Oh my God, God is pissed.
Shortly after the executions, an autopsy is performed on Bathsheba's body, and the physician finds a, quote, perfect male fetus of the growth of 5 months. Completely correct. The panel lied.
Damn.
The panel lied.
Oof.
The clouds told you.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't listen. Okay, when word gets out that Massachusetts has just executed a pregnant woman, the public is horrified.
Wow.
And over time,
This is a plot twist I did not see coming.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're kind of like, oh, she's bad. Yeah. She's bad.
This is the crime. They killed him, and here's the execution. It's like, oh, but wait.
Oh, but hold on one second. So the real controversy most associated with this case over like history, because in the beginning, of course, it was the usual moralizing about the risks of adultery and evil women having their way and being free-spirited and loud and all the things that are so terrible.
Nothing about sexually abusing a child, but don't worry.
Yeah, that is very seen. The risks of adultery and evil women using dumb men. But it's actually lived on as a cautionary tale about how the biases around politics and gender seep into the justice system. Bathsheba herself has increasingly been treated with more and more empathy as the years pass, and sympathy, I should say. But no one doubts she wanted her husband dead or that she conspired to kill him. But contemporary historians mull over the extreme circumstances of her life that led up to the crime. Her marriage was stifling, and it likely involved domestic abuse. The double standard in how women who commit adultery are treated versus the men who commit adultery. Not to mention Bathsheba's grief around being basically cut off from her father, him going from being an incredibly respected man to an all-out pariah, and then that reverberating into her life, people judging her and her being socially isolated because of all that. In the end, the Spooners' children end up being adopted by relatives, and it seems they most likely escape all the notoriety that is around this case. A few years after his daughter's execution, Bathsheba's father, Timothy Ruggles, dies in exile in Canada in his early 80s. And the well that they put Joshua Spooner's body into is actually still standing in Brookfield, Massachusetts, according to the Brookfield Historical Commission, although they say it's obscured by thick poison ivy much of the year, a.k.a. stay the fuck away from the well. And that is the story of the first murder in America, the murder of Joshua Spooner.
Wow. That's crazy. That's heavy. Good job.
Thank you.
That's a great one for the 4th of July.
Right?
It's coming up.
Do your homework, everybody.
They don't tell you this shit in school.
We know so much more about our skin than we used to.
10 years ago, no one in America knew what a skin barrier was.
It's time to take care of your skin with CeraVe.
CeraVe facial cleansers don't strip the skin. They strengthen the skin barrier from day one.
Formulated with 3 essential ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and niacinamide to provide long-lasting hydration and 12-hour oil control. I've been using CeraVe for over a decade, I would think. And now it's getting super trendy. And I don't know why, it just makes me proud that something I've used for so long is cool on socials now. But it really does work. And that's why it's been around so long.
No matter your skin type or concern, CeraVe has facial cleansers perfect for you and your skin barrier.
CeraVe is the #1 dermatologist recommended cleanser brand and offers a range of facial cleansers for all skin types. Find yours.
Goodbye. Summer means a whole new world for your feet.
They're walking more, sweating more, and going barefoot all day long.
For summer feet that need real comfort, there's Bombas.
Bombas has a whole line of sport-specific socks for golf, yoga, the gym, and every kind of runner.
They also make soft, supportive compression socks that are especially great for summer travel.
Bombas sandals and slides are made from super lightweight, cushy, waterproof EVA foam, so they feel incredibly comfortable.
And the best part, for every item you buy, Bombas donates an essential clothing item to someone facing housing insecurity, with over 200 million donations and counting.
I wore my Bombas compression socks on the plane ride to and from Italy. And listen, I'm a girl of a certain age at this point. It needs to be done. And I felt so comfy and so secure with my cute little Bombas socks.
So head over to bombas.com/MFM and use code MFM for 20% off your first purchase.
That's BOMBAS.com/MFM, code MFM at checkout.
Goodbye.
A car isn't just transportation. It's freedom. It's your second office.
And it's the best place to scream, sing in private.
Finding the right one matters, and Cars.com can help you find your perfect fit.
Cars.com has the tools and expert advice to help you find exactly what you're looking for.
With more than 2 million new and used vehicles nationwide, it's easy to search, compare, and find the right fit for you.
Cars.com has transparent deal ratings that make pricing easier to understand. Their clear tools and badges help you see how a vehicle's price compares, so you can feel confident you're getting a fair deal.
They have dealership reviews you can trust. Every review on Cars.com is written by a real person sharing a real experience.
So don't take any chances. Do car shopping the easy way.
Start your search with Cars.com.
Where to next?
Goodbye.
Capture your favorite summer feeling with Pandora Jewelry.
Discover a collection inspired by the sunshine, freedom, and unforgettable moments that make the season so special.
Whether you're planning a weekend getaway, gathering with friends, or simply soaking up every sunny day, Pandora Jewelry offers meaningful pieces designed to celebrate your unique story.
From sun-kissed metals that catch the light beautifully to personalized pieces ready to be engraved with your summer mantra, every detail is crafted to help you express yourself with confidence and style.
Explore charms, bracelets, rings, necklaces, and more, thoughtfully designed to complement every adventure and occasion.
Each design moves with you, from beach days and road trips to rooftop dinners, golden nights, and every memory in between.
Layer your favorite looks, mark life's meaningful moments, and create lasting reminders of a season you'll never want to forget.
Find the pieces that reflect who you are and where this summer takes you.
Shop Pandora Jewelry's new summer collection in-store or online at pandora.net and let your summer unfold.
Goodbye. Mine is about 100 years later, only.
Okay.
A little later. I think right after the Civil War. When did the Civil War end, Molly? I might be lying.
1853?
6?
1865.
We were both right. So.
Should we get our high school diplomas again?
No.
On the show?
I don't want to take that test in front of everyone. We're going to fucking fail. Are you kidding me? That'd be humiliating. It's a fan cult video of us trying to pass the GED, get our GED. No. Rather talk about my modeling photos.
Come on. Oh my God, the people love the fucking modeling photos. We have to talk about that. People are going crazy for that entire thing.
I can't.
They really met you at that vulnerability that you revealed for them. It's really nice.
That is nice. So here we go. We're getting into the country's 250th anniversary, as you know.
Right now.
Definitely. Now we're going to go back to the centennial, which is 1876, and we're going to be in Kentucky.
Great.
Today's story is an unexplained phenomenon that's straight out of an episode of Bananas. Weird news.
Great.
And this one is in the genre of weird stuff falling from the sky. Like when I covered the Oakville blobs in episode 429, where unidentified goo fell out of the sky in the 80s in Washington state. But today in our story, there's a bit more progress made in identifying the stuff that actually fell from the sky. It's not as big of a mystery. This is the story of the Kentucky meat shower.
Oh, I've heard of this. Oh, no.
Yeah. Meat shower.
Meat shower.
Let's meditate on meat shower.
You're just out in a Kentucky field.
Yep.
Roaming through hip-high grass and loving life.
And then splat.
Boom, right on your face. There's a prime rib.
The main sources for the story are articles from Scientific America and Atlas Obscura, and the rest of the sources can be found in our show notes.
And Cook's Illustrated.
And Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. So it's March 3rd, 1876, and we're in Olympian Springs, Kentucky. It's a small rural community in Bath County, about 50 miles east of Lexington, Kentucky.
Great.
A woman named Rebecca Crouch is in the front yard of her family farm making soap, as you had to do back then.
Mixing some lye with some tallow.
That's right, which is a time and labor-intensive chore done by boiling rendered animal fat on an open fire and combining it with lye.
How do you think I used to spend my summers?
That's right. You're a farm girl.
Country girl.
Have you read the book Yesteryear yet?
No.
It's great. You should read it.
Okay.
But there's a soap making scene in it. That's all I know about it.
Is it sexy?
No.
Okay, forget it.
Very not sexy. It's about a trad wife blogger who gets taken back into the time when she would have had to actually work as a trad, like had to do the things like make soap, like and make bread fresh instead. And like,
that's genius.
So good. Yesteryear. It's getting made into a movie. It's like,
that's hilarious. Okay.
So as Mrs. Crouch is working, she begins to see what she'll later describe as a substance that looks a bit like snowflakes falling out of the sky.
Well, snowflakes is fine.
It's so fun.
That's no big deal.
But it's sunny and warm out. There's no snow. This isn't snowflakes. It's a cloudless day. And some of the flakes are very big. She describes them as being, quote, as long as my hand and about half an inch wide. So, well, as long as my hand, the big one's in like half an inch wide. So
okay.
So big pieces of, it's meat. I'm sorry, it's meat. It's meat. Spoiler, it's fucking meat.
It's meat. Meat flakes.
Meat flakes. There's a really great drawing of the whole thing if you just don't have the imagination for it.
Great.
I love this so much.
Let's take a look.
The artist is James Fosdyke.
Brilliant.
And it's
James Fosdyke, you sure can draw gristle. Yeah. I don't like the look of those meat clumps that are falling on her.
It looks like a children's book.
Yeah.
So if you're watching on Netflix, you can see this. If you're not, you should be. It's good. So as everything gathers on her yard and she inspects them further, Mrs. Crouch realizes that they look not unlike the stuff she's making her soap out of, animal flesh, like meats or bits of fatty connective tissue. She said, quote, "It looked gristly as if it had been torn from the throat of some animal."
Good Lord.
The Crouch family, cat and dog, are fucking stoked. They come a-running and they start going to town.
Do we know the names of those pets?
Oh, no, well, let's name them now for history's sake. Snowflake.
And
Gristle.
Petey. Gristle. I had a friend whose dog was named Gristle.
That's a great name for a dog that I just made up.
Or was it in like a movie?
Probably both.
Okay.
So they're losing their minds eating all of this. The family hogs and chickens get in on the action too and eat a lot of what was fallen.
And cannibalize themselves?
Well, we don't know exactly what the animal is. So.
Okay. It's human meat.
Right. Oh, it's not cannibalism. It's human.
The chickens are like, finally, we get our say.
I've been feeding the crows freeze-dried chicken hearts.
Oh.
Which feels bad, but they love it.
They're going to take over.
They are.
They're going to take the keys to your home.
Fine.
They can.
Okay, a few days later, just by the by, the dog does get a bit sick, but we don't know if it's connected. And it doesn't seem like any of the other animals do either. So
right, because the dog ran over and ate some gristle, and then he ran over there and ate a big cow pie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So in all, about 200 pounds of this meat-like substance falls for about a minute.
A grown man's worth.
So true. Oh, the sound of the slop.
And just one lady trying to make some soap.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
It seems like this event is pretty much limited to the area around Mrs. Crouch's house. And she says that the meat smells fresh when it had just fallen, but throughout the day it starts to go off. And by the next day, the little flakes are all dried out. So it does what meat does. The event attracts national media attention, and several samples are saved. One is sent to Louisville for analysis, while another is sent to Washington, D.C. Also, a correspondent for the New York Herald goes to visit the Crouch farm. This reporter goes all around town interviewing people about the phenomenon, asking if Mrs. Crouch is full of shit, basically.
Yeah, she's full of shit.
Yeah, but no, everyone is like, this is not a woman who, she's making soap. She doesn't have a lot of time for joking around and, pranks.
She handles lies.
Yeah.
With no gloves.
She's a fucking farmer. She's not making shit up.
Yeah, do not even.
And while there is some investigation going on in the article, it does seem like a lot of it is just the reporter making fun of the members of this very rural community. He's kind of a dick about it. And he's probably pissed that he got sent all the way out there.
So what he's saying, people are kind of dumb or...
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Or he's making stuff up because some of the conversations in the article are just don't seem like conversations people have. But, it was the 1870s, so what do I know?
Fill it up. Fill up that article, Rusty.
Exactly. Yeah. We need 2,000 words. So he bargains with a railroad laborer named Jimmy Welsh to eat $1 worth of the meat.
No.
Just so he could get some fucking color for his article.
So he's saying, if you eat this lump of gristle, I will pay you $1.
That fell how many days ago?
And also, sorry, but can we do $1? What is $1 worth back then?
Oh, shit.
$1.
Allie.
1876, $1. I'm just going to go ahead.
Yeah, you go first and then Molly will
let
us know.
Would that be...
I'm going to guess too. I can guess too.
You can too. We're all in this now. Okay. I'm going to say $31.
Okay. I'm going to say 50.
Karen, it's just AI overview, but it says $31.
No!
Yeah.
I had to ask for it. That looks like I set this whole thing up because I demanded it.
No.
Come on.
I don't believe that you would do something like
Have we ever had a dead-on one?
I think once. And this is yours. Ooh. Congratulations. Drop the streamers. Drop the streamers you've been hiding up there.
Well, I guess I've tried so hard for so long to guess the numbers. I'm really bad at it.
Elvis.
I couldn't have done it without Elvis.
Aww.
His necklace. Molly's like, could you please do your job?
No, I love it. That was cute.
This is your job.
Yeah, this is my job.
Can you believe it?
Oh.
This is your job. Good job getting this job.
Thank you.
Making this job.
Oh my God, thank you.
Creating this job.
I applied And then I called back 2 weeks later and I said, hey, I am a bad interview, but I know I can do this.
Okay, so we're in the moment when he's given $31 for this poor guy named Jimmy to eat this meat, which is probably a lot of money. He's a railroad laborer. That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. At this point, it's been about a week after the meat first fell from the sky.
Jimmy's got a tummy ache?
Well, journalist writes, quote, the article was ordered and placed before him, the meat. He then hesitated and said he was not hungry. I then told him I would give him $3 to gulp it down.
90. Then 93.
Right. He then suddenly remembered that it was the season of Lent and backed out on moral principles. So he didn't do it.
Jimmy chickened out.
Jimmy chickened out or muttoned out. We don't really know.
You know what he did? He dumbed his way in to a thing that,
right.
Why were you ever sitting at that table? It's disgusting and risky.
No, don't do it. Drinking, alcohol. There's no way alcohol wasn't involved.
Just met some guy at a bar.
Yeah. So the meat is sent to several different agencies for testing in Kentucky and also out of state. There's a man named Leopold Brandeis whose qualifications are unclear. Same.
Well, he has his own college. Does that count?
Does he? Brandeis? Mm-hmm, oh, yeah, university. Mm-hmm. He analyzes a sample that's been preserved in glycerin, and he publishes his findings in the Scientific American, because I guess anyone could throw anything in there now, saying he believes the substance is something called Gnostic. Have you heard of Gnostic?
Only in the Bible.
Or Gnostic.
GNO?
Gnostoc.
No, I've never heard of that.
Basically, it's a bacteria that swells up into a jelly-like substance when it rains. I went to Wikipedia and it said that, quote, the word itself is a combination of the English nostril and German Nasenloch, which means nose hole or nostril, because it looks like snot.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and when it lands on the ground, I have a photo of it.
Great. Here we go.
Oh. It just looks like seaweed,
that looks like kelp.
It looks like kelp. It looks like, I have a photo of Mrs. Crouch, too.
Oh, perfect.
Shit. We're all guessing she's 50, but that's in today's money. She's probably 27.
She looks great.
I know.
Also, listener, Mrs. Crouch took a photo smartly with a parasol on her shoulder.
And her hand on her fucking hip.
She's doing it.
Yeah.
She's making it happen.
Yeah. Come at me, she says.
Mrs. Crouch. Now she has to use an umbrella because there's fucking Gnostics falling all over the place.
I bet that was the journalist's idea. That's so true. Okay. But the problem with this theory is that, of course, the weather was fine and clear. So it's not that. Other testers believe that the meat is lung tissue, either from a horse or a human infant, which is fucking insane. And everyone just moves on from that statement.
Please no.
What? Like, nobody's like, what?
Well, because there was 200 pounds of it.
Right. And actually, when Mrs. Crouch first sees it falling, she had said she had, quote, a vague idea that my husband and son who were away had been torn to pieces and their remains were being brought home to me in this way by the wind, end quote. So she needed some Xanax before this even fucking happened.
Well, and after the Civil War, so maybe she saw some stuff. And then she was like, this reminds me of human
good point
tragedy.
Yeah. And then they probably still believe in God back then. So they're like, that guy works in mysterious ways.
Absolutely.
Like throwing meat
through the weather as a punishment. Go to church, Mrs. Crouch. That's very weird, though, because I think that idea of looking at something completely foreign and immediately attributing it to a certain place is meaningful. Because it's like...
And also that, like, you're being punished in some way for something.
Yeah.
That's like, we understand how that works. But multiple testers believe the meat might be human. And this is so dumb. People think that 2 or more men may have killed each other somewhere in a nearby knife fight, and then the wind picked up all the remains and a tornado dropped. Mm-hmm. It's just like, stupid.
They slashed each other to ribbons and then, without bones.
And they become those car dealerships.
You can set one of those car dealership guys that dances around to any song, and good. I will laugh my ass off.
It's so funny.
Really good.
Okay, so a humor writer back then named William Livingston Eldon writes in the New York Times that the meat might have come from space and maybe exploded animal matter from another planet.
Boo.
Let's stop talking about dumb theories.
Let's not ask any old 4th grader what they think.
Here's a dumb theory that is probably true.
Okay.
The theory that most locals arrive at and that most people still believe to this day is that the meat had been eaten by vultures somewhere far off, partially digested. And then when vultures get scared, they vomit their contents of their stomach out.
Okay.
So vultures maybe had eaten something, they were in flight, something startled them, and they barfed all the meat onto this one spot. That's to me, that's the only solution that isn't paranormal. That makes sense.
It makes perfect sense. May I introduce the idea that they got scared by a pterodactyl, a leftover dinosaur?
You know what? if they got scared by a UFO, then we're back.
If they got scared by the Loch Ness Monster,
We're
now
back,
I'm
baby.
interested in this story.
So, actually, you're right. That might be the reason, but we don't know why and what scared them. And it's probably sci-fi.
It feels good, though, that there's something normal that you can tell me that possibly could happen, because the agitation I feel not being able to think of even how possibly this could happen.
Because your brain goes to airplane, and then your brain is like, that's stupid. It's 1876.
Yeah. And then you start going, but I saw a show on Netflix where they actually fold those things over.
Could be. The enduring mystery, though, is that Mrs. Crouch was standing right in her yard. She didn't see any of these vultures, but who knows? It could have flown that way. She might not have seen them. They were very high. Who knows? What?
I would love to keep that list going. She had bad vision. She was a liar. The soap blinded her.
She had eaten some fucking magic mushrooms from their farm.
The whole thing was fake.
Yeah. So here's the fun part. In the early 2000s, there's an art professor named Kurt Goad who takes a job at Kentucky's oldest university.
Kentucky University of Ancient History.
So close. Transylvania University of Lexington, Kentucky.
Nuh-uh.
In Lexington, Kentucky.
No, there is not a vampire college in Lexington.
There's a vampire college.
No.
And he's an art professor there. And right around that time that he starts this job, he reads a book about strange weather phenomenon and is thrilled. This guy's like an adorable weirdo.
Great.
He's like an art teacher, but seems like the kind of like high school science teacher that like makes you interested in science and you become a scientist. And you're like, the only reason is because Mr. Goad told me that I could be anything. And so I did it, and that women are in science too. And so I did, like he just is one of those. He's kind of like if Vince had an older brother who was a professor, he kind of looks like him. Actually, I have a photo of him.
Oh.
He's kind of got a hot zaddy vibe.
Oh, hell yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. So we love him. He reads a book about this thing happening, and he's shocked to learn that like nobody from there knows about the meat showers. And he's like, this is exciting. And it kind of becomes an obsession of his. Just by luck, a few years later, in 2004, he is cleaning out a storage university at Transylvania University when he happens upon a small, clear, very old vial filled with yellowy liquid. In the liquid is suspended a white hunk of something, and the faded label reads Olympia Springs. Kurt has found at this fucking college that he started teaching at the last known sample of the meat, and he's overjoyed. I have a photo of it. And I have one for you right here.
Oh my God, I'll try it.
Actually, the thing behind you kind of looks like it.
For $31, you get a little bit of that going.
Oh, that's so gross. Here's a photo of the vial with the like gross, tendony looking. How much to drink that liquid?
I guess for me right now in my life, it would have to be roughly $3 million.
Yeah.
But how much would I have to drink?
How about
a sip?
Chew that shit in the bottle or drink. Chew and spit out that shit in the bottom and swallow, or drink the liquid. Pick one.
Drink the liquid.
No, because then you're yeah.
The chewing is what's going to give you true trauma, because you're going to be like remembering anytime you chew anything.
And then like infants and stuff.
But also, wouldn't you just die?
You also don't have to do either of those things.
Well, now I want to.
What the fuck? I am not even drinking. Okay. He's so excited because he's a nerd. And he works with a professor in the biology department to try to test the sample, but it's too degraded and they can't find a conclusive finding. It's 2004, so it's like the dark ages. But Kurt is an artist and he's more interested in the multisensory experience of the phenomenon.
Of drinking and eating it.
Rather than continuing to pursue clear-cut answers. So he sends the vial to a lab in Cincinnati that analyzes flavor compounds.
Oh, okay.
And then he uses that flavor information to make jelly beans that essentially taste like whatever it was, to have people help him figure out what the meat was.
I feel like that's a very art teacher solution.
That's exactly what it is.
I feel like if I was involved with that, it would be on par with the first time I had a popcorn Jelly Belly. Have you ever eaten that flavor? The butter?
Yeah.
Buttered popcorn?
Like the weird Jelly Belly flavors that came out in the like 90s. The kids today don't know. Like that wasn't a thing before. It was just like fruit flavored jelly beans. God, I sound so old.
It really was.
When Jelly Belly came out with these like crazy flavors, our minds were blown.
Yes.
And then you like mix the coconut with the popcorn one and like,
it's Mai Tai.
Yes, so
you're
exciting.
In third grade saying I just had tried a Mai Tai.
Yeah.
But also there were some flavors that were so upsetting that like he's basically walking people into come and eat an upsetting thing with me.
Yeah. Because because I want to learn.
For science.
For learning's sake. So it's like adorable.
Okay.
So he actually passes them out. There's a big festival called Kentucky Court Days. And in 2007, he passes them out. Responses are varied. Multiple people said the beans tasted like bacon. Another person said it was like a strawberry pork chop.
Oh, he's trying to do like everybody gets to have a vote to figure out what this is.
Yeah, like what kind of meat is this?
I see. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking he was doing it scientifically, but also through jelly beans, where I'm just like,
No. He's having fun with the whole thing.
Love it.
But nobody wanted to try a second jelly bean to find out.
That's how bad they were?
Yeah, and I think he still has some left over too. Almost 20 years later, so fast forward to now, and Kurt is still obsessed with the Kentucky meat shower. And in fact, just this February that just happened in 2026, it was the 150th anniversary of the Kentucky meat shower.
Oh.
And he celebrates with a little festival in town, which includes, there's a meatball toss, there's hot dogs, of course, and a bologna throwing contest. Like, he's just having fun with his life. So this whole festival that he creates culminates in the second ever Kentucky meat shower. He has a small airplane drop 1,876, which is the year it happened, individually wrapped pieces of beef jerky from the sky.
I love this man.
There's video of it. They look like snowflakes the way he wraps them when they come down. It's so whimsical.
Yes.
Right?
And fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And each package has a number on it. And then the people who pick them up can go to his website, which is called fleshfalls.com, and claim prizes based on those numbers, including a gift card to a local cafe.
Nice.
Like, get me out of LA is what I think that's what this is a plea for me.
Exactly.
And a necklace by a local artist, as well as a signed book by humorist, author, and journalist Dave Barry, who wrote about the event in his Substack and seemed charmed by it. So the specimen is now housed in Transylvania U's Monroe Moonsick Medical and Science Museum.
If you work at the Monroe Medical Music and Medical Science Museum, will you please reach out to us, because we want to hear, are you real? Is Transylvania real? Is any of this real?
Can we have a private tour?
And will you send us merch?
And will you send us meat sticks?
And will you send us
merch? I want merch.
Transylvania College sweatshirts, please.
Dave Barry writes about it that the museum, quote, houses many 19th century scientific and medical artifacts, including a hairball 14 inches in diameter that was removed from the stomach of a cow, and a, quote, tobacco smoke clyster, which is a device that doctors once used to try to revive drowning victims by blowing tobacco smoke up their butts.
Oh, no.
And then he writes, I am not making any of this up.
That sounds like it's the Mutter Museum or the Mutter. I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah. But like a medical history museum is a fascinating.
For sure, especially a small one.
Yeah. Specialized. And Dracula.
And Transylvania. I'm going to end on a quote from Dave Barry that he has defined a sense of humor as, quote, a measurement of the extent to which we realize that we are trapped in a world almost totally devoid of reason. Laughter is how we express the anxiety we feel at this knowledge.
Yes, Dave.
And that is the story of the Kentucky meat shower.
Fuck.
On a true crime murder podcast.
Hell yes. Year 10.
Year 10.
In the fall of fascism, when the world around us has turned to living hell.
That's right. When women are getting imprisoned for taking out. No, we're not going there.
I mean,
Jesus.
But we are there. We don't have to go anywhere. Right. We're fucking here.
Yes.
We've been talking about it for a while. And in the meantime of all this bullshit, we're going to tell each other about delightful things.
That's right.
And horrible things.
Yeah.
And things we feel we need to know.
As of yesterday, we are no longer the only true crime podcast. So you're welcome to go listen.
Did that just happen?
Yeah.
There's a couple more have popped up?
Yeah, we had a great run of being the only ones.
Yeah. Now we're going to be doing this weird shit.
Yeah. So buckle the fuck up.
People are like, we
listen to the end of this episode.
What do you want us to do?
Why are you mad at us?
How much more do we have to listen to you?
No, we love you guys. If you've listened to this point, you're a real one. And we fucking appreciate the shit out of you.
You're the realest ones.
And we're all trying and you're doing great.
Stay sexy.
And don't get murdered.
Goodbye.
Elvis, do you want a cookie?
This has been an Exactly Right production.
Our senior producer is Molly Smith, and our associate producer is Tessa Hughes.
Our editor is Aristotle Acevedo.
This episode was mixed by Liana Squilacci.
Our researchers are Maren McGlashan and Ali Elkin.
Email your hometowns to myfavoritemurder@gmail.com.
And follow the show on Instagram at myfavoritemurder.
Listen to My Favorite Murder on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And now you can watch My Favorite Murder on Netflix.
And when you're there, hit the double thumbs up and the remind me buttons. That's the best way you can support our show.
Goodbye.
Hey everybody, here's the thing about other home security systems. They're all designed for after the window breaks, after someone's inside, after you get the notification, after the police come. SimpliSafe is the first system designed for before, stopping a break-in before it even begins.
That's right. Unlike traditional security systems that only alert you after a break-in is already underway, SimpliSafe is designed to help prevent the crime before it starts. Their cameras can detect suspicious activity at the perimeter and alert live U.S.-based agents. Then SimpliSafe's agents assess the threat, intervene, speak through the camera to scare off the intruders, and call for 911 dispatch.
That's right, and SimpliSafe has been protecting your world for 20 years, everybody. So celebrate their anniversary and save 60% on your new SimpliSafe system at simplisafe.com/stuff. That's 60% off, you guys, at simplisafe.com/stuff. Plus, when you order, write in our show name and the How Did You Hear About Us survey to let them know that we sent you. Don't forget, there's no safe like SimpliSafe.
I'm Nancy Glass, host of the Burden of Guilt Season 3 podcast. This is a story about a horrendous situation that destroyed 2 families. It's a scorched earth war that shows just how far someone will go to get what they want.
Cindy said I had to choose between the truth and my family, and I had to choose the truth.
Listen to Season 3 of Burden of Guilt on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Betrayal Weekly is back with brand new stories. From threatening text messages disturbing a small Midwestern town.
It was from an unknown number. Who else is getting these messages? Why did it start with us?
To long cons and stolen identities.
Who lies about being this sick? This was the last time I ever believed a word she said.
Listen to Betrayal Weekly on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
It's Chelsea Handler from Dear Chelsea. This season, we've got some awesome guests ready to dole out advice. Guests like Tiffany Haddish, kind of slide into people's DMs.
I like Bumble. Also, girlfarmersonly.com. Estate sales, funerals, auctions are usually good. There's a lot of good men there. Grocery stores near gyms.
Darcy Carden, Sherry O'Terry, Anna Ferris, Dave Franco, Madeline Klein, Adam Scott, T.S. Madison, and more. Listen to Dear Chelsea on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.